Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 19 of the Everything Motor Racing podcast. You're joined once again by your host, Declan, and Jacob Ward from Now Moto.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Now, it's going to be a bit of a somber podcast this week. Bit of more of a discussion than anything else because, obviously, if you followed the racing over the weekend, you'll have known that two riders are not in the best shape at the moment. I don't know how better way to word that, to be honest. Obviously, we want to offer our massive condolences to Hugo Millan, who tragically lost his life today in the European Talent Cup race in a pretty shocking incident. And then obviously to Brad Jones as well, who is at the moment, at the time of recording, is in a coma in hospital after a pretty gnarly crash during the British Superbike race at Brands Hatch. It's just been a shocking weekend, and it's not, for the case of Milan, we can't really say, he died doing what he did best, because it doesn't feel right, given that he was 14, we just want to open with that and just say, we are thinking of the pair of them, and our thoughts are with the family of Millan and obviously Jones as well.
Yeah. It's quite sad for Millan, especially. Obviously, Brad Jones is a very bad thing, but he could pull through at the minute. But with Hugo, he didn't make it. So, rest in peace.
Yeah, there's some questions to be asked. There's a lot I can see, and a lot of kick-offs already about the fact that there are kids as young as 14 racing on these tracks. I mean, at the end of the day, the Moto 5 race was earlier today, where kids raced at Aragon, the full circuit, around 10 years old. It's kind of the infrastructure at the moment. It's what's been going on for kind of 20, 30 years now. I can't see this changing anything, but it is terrible nonetheless. And we obviously offer all our condolences to the families of both parties involved, and obviously we're hoping that Brad Jones can pull through. He's obviously a very well respected member of the British Superbike paddock, and title fighter, Supersport race winner, obviously pairing up with Jack Kennedy and Rory Skinner on the Yamahas, and then obviously, so we our thoughts are with both of them. Moving on to a brighter note, obviously we've had the World Superbike races today, which have been fairly decent. Lots of drama, lots to cover, but some very interesting things. We've had an abundance of news the last few weeks. We've had pretty much none until finally KTM dropped the massive bombshell this week that Dani Pedrosa will be wildcarding in Austria.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping they'll actually let him race rather than
they will
just be in test mode like Bradle.
Yeah. I mean, I think they will, because they've said a few times that it's about getting data in a race situation. Dani can obviously bring a lot to the table anyway, and he already has, compared with Mika Kallio, who was also brought us to the table, but obviously Dani's experience and record enables him to add that extra 20-30% that they need.
Yep.
So to get data from him in a race situation,
I don't think a KTM 1-2-3 is out of the realms of possibility.
Really?
I see no reason. We know the bike works around there. We know Miguel and Brad are both very, very good riders who are capable of winning. And Dani could easily stick it on the podium. He's light, he's fast, he's done shed loads of laps around the Red Bull Ring.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I can agree with that.
I wouldn't be I'm not saying it's good, but I would not be surprised to see it. Put it that way.
It'd be nice. I think he'll get a top 15, but it'd be nice to see him on the box, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd just be a case of don't expect it, but don't be surprised if it does happen as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think, right, don't quote me on this, I think it's 994 days between his Grand Prix, obviously his last one, Valencia at 2018 to now. I think it's 994 days.
Yeah, it'll be
which is crazy.
It's also going to be the first GP we ever see him on anything other than a Honda.
Yeah, and that's dating back to the year like 2000, isn't it? 2000, 2001?
Since he came into the championship on 125s.
Yeah, because he went straight through, obviously, on the Movistar Honda Academy all the way through. Won, obviously, 3 titles in the lower classes. But I think even before then, when he was racing on the European Championships, I'm pretty sure he raced for Honda then as well.
Yeah, he did, because we put him on a Honda, so yeah.
Yeah, and it was with Puig, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm, that's exactly right. Like the same setup that Casey Stoner came through.
Yeah, that's right. They were teammates, weren't they?
Yep, and don't quote me on it, but I think Bautista and Tony Elias also. Yeah,
because they Elias definitely not 100% sure on Bautista, but because basically their numbers came from that. They basically were given a number, and it was Elias 24. I can't remember, it was 25. And Dani Pedrosa was given 26, and Stoner was given 27.
Yeah, I'm sure Alvaro was in it, but he changed to 19. But I think I'm 90% sure Alvaro was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, there you go. I didn't know that.
So yeah, it's gonna be. It's not going to be weird seeing him on a KTM, but it is going to be weird seeing him on a KTM because he's still full Red Bull. He always has been Red Bulls with Honda, so it's not a total shock.
Yeah.
Like if you saw him in Ducati or something, in red, that would be weird.
Oh, it'd be very strange. I mean, so Bautista, just to be random, used number 51 in his debut, and he raced for the Atletico de Madrid team, which is the football team.
Yeah, I did know that. Yeah,
I did not. There you go.
I remember seeing it and thinking that is super, super weird.
That is a sick livery, though. Have you seen the livery? I'm sure you have.
I remember thinking it was super weird.
Yeah, that's a sick livery, though. But only racing the Chev as well for them. But using Danro levers as well. They're still going strong.
Shit, Danro. Wow.
Left NZI helmet. But yeah, fair play. But yeah, it would be strange to see Pedrosa on a KTM and not on, like you've said, because we're so used to seeing him on a Honda. Even when I see him in the team wear of KTM, I'm still a bit like, what are you wearing, bro?
Yeah, so I think because we saw him in orange for so long, it's not that big of an adjustment. But
yeah, it still will be strange.
Yeah, I like what Dani has brought to the table alongside the others in the test team, because it's not all Pedrosa. Kallio is very valuable. So is Alex Hoffman. But Pedrosa is the guy who was in the alien category.
Yeah,
he knows how to win races. He knows how to go as fast as anyone in the world on a MotoGP bike, and because of that last 5%, basically, Dani Pedrosa is exactly what Aprilia need as a test rider. Just that that extra 5%. And I honestly I can see no reason to especially in qualifying. If they let him go balls to the wall in qualifying, he could easily start in the front row.
He could definitely get into Q2, I would say.
Yeah, again, I wouldn't be surprised to see him on the front row. And if he was on the front row and had the launch, that could be the end of it.
I just can't see it, mate. I cannot see it happening.
You never know, though. Dream. Anywhere else, I would say, okay, maybe 15th. But Red Bull Ring, he is at one with that bike. That's why I'm so excited, is because of where it is as well. Red Bull Ring plus KTM anyway. Anyone on a KTM. It's their track. They own it. If you're going to put Dani anywhere to pound laps, it's there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's no better place for them to put it on. I mean, because even before they came to the front, they were still using, before they even basically made their debut in MotoGP, Hoffman and Kallio were doing laps around the track. They've got so much data on that bike.
Yeah,
from that track.
And he's obviously directed the where they've gone now in terms of development. So it's almost his bike, so to speak.
Yeah, it is.
I think the stars could align you, and something special could happen. It may not, and he may 9th, 10th, bring it home. Cool.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, he's good enough to get a front row. He's good enough to finish on the podium, and I would love to see it. To be perfectly honest,
oh yeah,
because the MotoGP world is worse off without Pedrosa.
Oh mate, I've missed him since the day he retired.
Yeah.
I have like this can sound mad weird, right? But I've literally when you lie in bed like night and you think about stuff, and I was like, the amount of times I thought, I'm like, I miss Dani Pedrosa in MotoGP, man. I wish he was there,
I feel you on it, but I don't think about it in bed at night, so I'll be honest.
Oh, don't make it weird.
Make it weird. It's already weird, but...
Bruh. Nah, I think about racing like all the time anyway, so...
Like, if you said, I think about Jorge Lorenzo, I'd back that, but...
What?
Nah,
what? Think about Lorenzo in bed?
Yeah, no, honestly, do you know, like, what gets me the worst is, like, 3 of the 4 aliens from that era are now retired.
Mad, isn't it? Yeah. And then, obviously, one's going to probably retire this year, Valentino Rossi.
I like how you held yourself, then. He pretty much is, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, you said to me the other day, you think he probably has already made the decision.
Mm.
And to be fair, like, if you've been following his Instagram and stuff for the last few weeks, it may be that he's just having fun. But he's had, he's been on holiday, he's partying, he's spending time with his family, his friends, he's back racing blooming scooters around Tavulia. Yeah. He's doing stuff he used to do and used to enjoy, but he's spending a lot of time with his girlfriend, maybe soon to be fiance, maybe soon to be his baby mama.
Yeah. I thought that already happened, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe
I was speculating about that last year. I thought she was with child, as it were, but it never actually happened.
No, that's Paul. She's got a second one now, hasn't she? Yeah. Second one in the go.
Yeah, like it's the same as like Paul and Alicia's wife. I'd have more than 2 kids. I tell you
what. Keep you away from Paul and Alicia's wives, please.
Alicia's more, but yeah.
And your favourite, which we won't mention.
Oh, well, you can if you want. Like, it's not like she's going to fucking listen to it.
Yeah, but we have got other people who might not want to listen to how much you crush over this person.
But, like, yeah, like, he's living life now, rather than... He's living his life, not athlete life.
Yeah, he's living Valentino Rossi's life. He's got his millions.
He's going to be the 4th alien to quit. Which... the era comes to an end. So it's going to be really nice to see Dani on track. Like what made me laugh a little bit was when people were saying, it's going to be nice to see Rossi and Pedrosa on track again. And I was thinking, I think Pedrosa's going to be so far ahead of Rossi with the way Rossi's struggling at the moment that you want to see him on track together.
Do you think Rossi will be maybe haunted by last year? Aside
from that, he, as we well know and well discussed previously, like his rear tyre woes are, they're continuing. Like he's not gonna, especially at the Red Bull Ring where Yamaha are not the best. Like I can't see him. Other than rolling out the pits together, maybe I can't see him being together.
No, it would be nice though, and if we have, say, Rossi and Dani in the press conference, that'd be quite nice.
Well, I imagine they will do that. Dani especially should be in it because everybody's going to want to hear about it.
Yeah,
but at the same time, I kind of don't want him there because that was one of the reasons he quit. He couldn't deal with the the commitment, could he?
Oh, he hated interviews. He hated interviews.
So in a way, I hope he's not at the presser because it could make him think, "Oh, I don't want to do another one."
Maybe, but at the end of the day, he's going to have media all around him. I think he already knows what doing a wildcard entails. It entails having to do media responsibilities and things like that.
I just hope they don't do it too much,
Yeah, I get what you mean. But, when a rider as legendary as Dani Pedrosa returns, there's going to be a lot of media,
Yeah, KTM are making great moves lately.
Big moves. And they've launched, the RC8R as well?
Yeah, RC8R. I've done a bit of looking into it. It's basically a Kramer GP2, which is a German company. Kramer make the frame, and KTM provide the engine, and then KTM have made their own little tweaks on it with RC16 inspired aero, etc. It's a 800cc engine from the Duke. But it's basically a Moto2 bike spec-wise. It's got all the bells and whistles. It apparently was developed using Moto2 expertise.
Which, okay.
With their frame because it's trellis, the same as the Kramer. But it's not a Moto2 frame like I originally thought, but expertise has gone into it to make it into a serious track weapon. I asked KTM if I could have one. They said no. So.
Well, did you hear? It took what? Or was it 4 minutes and 32 seconds for all 100 to be sold out?
Yep. 25 of those get track day with Callio and Dani P as well.
Yeah, that is ace, man. Imagine having that much money to be able to do that.
It's only 31 grand. Like I'd say only, but but like, you know, compared to what you would pay for like an RCV or a Desmo RR, it's it's attainable. Like you pay more than that for a mid-range BMW, you know?
Yeah, but you got to remember this is track only. This isn't road legal or anything. You're buying it to race it on the track, you know?
Yeah. But it's not an unobtainable amount of money, is it? Like, you know, like if you see.
Go on then. Right, can you give me 32 grand then?
Yeah, well that's it, didn't it? Like if someone said to you, like, can you like maybe borrow 32 grand, like off a loan for or something, like, you know, that's not unattainable from a bank, for example. But if you went into Lloyd's and said, "Oh, can I borrow 220 grand for an RCVS?" they'd laugh you out.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Like it's not a stupid amount of money, and if I had 31k, I would have dropped it on that before even thinking.
Oh yeah, me too. I'd have like been straight in there, but
like, you know, 31k is basically a mid-range BMW or an Audi. Like it's not a stupid amount of money. It's not supercar money like the RCV or the Desmo.
Yeah, but the difference is you can't finance one of these and not use your indicators and speed at 150 everywhere. Unlike the BMWs and the Audis.
I guess I think you've got some opinions there on some BMW driver.
No. I don't hate BMW, Audi, Jaguar, Porsche drivers.
The thing is, like, everybody drives one now, so you've just offended like 90% of our fan base.
Literally everywhere you go, there's blooming BMWs everywhere, man.
Yeah, that's why I drive a nice Astra, you know, nice and simple.
I drive a Vauxhall Corsa, mate, and I go sit in the car park at Mackey's.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Go and pick up the girls from McDonald's in the Corsa, yeah. And it's white, isn't it?
No, it's black. It's black.
Black, or either white or black, like, you know, just proper fuckboy colour, innit?
Yeah, but at least mine's like a Model E. It's not like one of the older, like, what is it, the Model Cs with the things, and then they get, like,
a nice far.
They do the mods to it, and they bend the wheels outwards and all that, don't they? And stretch the rims.
Stance it, yeah. No, it's it doesn't have a fart cannon, so I'll give you that.
Yeah, that's alright. It's stock.
Yeah, like if I like it's like how the other half live, but it's not in a way with our RC8 because it's sort of like a, you know, someone who's well off, like comfortable but not stupid rich. You could live your dream there.
Like if you had say 5 mil in the bank, you know, you'd be decent. You could buy these bikes. Like I'd have so many bikes. Like at the end of the season, I'd buy like Moto3 bikes and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah, I would as well. Like literally, I'd have the collection because not only that, it's like saleable assets if it all goes tits up for you as well.
Yeah, I mean, like Phil Morris, if you know who he is, you know, he's got a mental collection. He's even got Johan Mears KTM. You know when he raced KTM Leopard, he's got his in the bank. Got his. He's got obviously Steve Hislop's
Norton, yeah.
boost bike. He's got the Paul Berber GP bike. He's got he's got a collection and a half, that guy. And Valentino Rossi's RC 125. No, RS. Sorry.
Yeah. The 96 model.
You know, like money like that where you can go out and just buy bikes. Oh, mate.
Yeah, like I'd have such a big car and bike collection. It's not even funny, really. But that RC8 would be in it. I'd like say to KTM, you know, however much it is, build me another.
Just slap 40 grand on the table. Build me one.
Yeah, like worst come to absolute worst, you could probably like buy a Kramer and just sort of make it power parts wise.
Yeah,
like from the power parts catalog, because it's not that much different. It is different, like, but not overly so.
Just orange trellis frame, tick.
Yeah, Olin suspension. Oh wait,
Olin's? I thought they were.
Yeah, they are. They WP.
Oh, right. I was going to say.
Olin's? Ah, shit. Wait a minute.
Crap. But yeah.
Aluminium frame? Ah, wait.
Whoops. But yeah, do you think this is going to be like racing Supersport next year?
No, but
obviously with the new regulations.
It's already illegal, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, because they only made 100. It's not going to hit homologation numbers.
What is the point then?
It's it's a dick waving contest, isn't it?
I mean, it's like that market now, because the R7's been re-released, hasn't it?
Yeah, like it would have been a good option, but yeah, I assume KTM want to just have exclusivity, and like everybody's going to want one now, no matter what, because there's only 100 in the world. And when Barry who's 50 gets on it, thinks he's bloody Miguel Oliveira and stacks it on the road, then there's only going to be 20 left. Like,
I mean, we've spent the last week being really sad, actually, looking at the press photos.
Yeah.
Because there's a guy, right? And he's wearing the Alpine Stars leathers, the Red Bull. He's got the HJC Red Bull helmet on. And we've been wondering all week who the hell it is. And we still haven't worked it out.
I reckon it's just some random who borrowed Callio's lid, I do.
Yeah, I think they've borrowed Callio's lid. And then because they've got a deal, KTM have got deals with Alpine Stars. Alpine Stars just handed him a suit,
Because it's a full Red Bull suit, but...
Yeah, and they're not showing the face. Like, if you look at all the photos, the face has been very carefully hidden.
Yeah, well, they're not showing the face because nobody doesn't know who it is anyway.
Yeah.
And the only other thing I could think of, I was thinking it earlier, was maybe it's a Kramer factory rider.
Maybe. But I don't know. Or maybe, you get random riders that get, pulled into these things, do you remember Spinelli from 3 years ago?
Yeah, he's doing...
What's his first name?
Nicholas Spinelli, yeah.
That's it. He does stuff with Revit now, and he's a Revit model,
Yeah, so it can happen if you just don't need the right call at the right time.
Yeah, so it's weird.
It's definitely a borrowed Callio lid, because on the one photo you can see the 36 on two lids when you stood next to Callio.
Oh, really?
Yeah, talk about giving the game away, like.
Yeah. No, it's Callio's long-lost brother, Tika Callio. I don't know.
Tika Malio.
Yeah, I was just trying to think of that mid, but I couldn't process it quick enough.
But yeah, so if you haven't seen it, go and see the RC8. It's a
it's beautiful
thing.
The massive wings on it, though, isn't it?
Yeah, RC16 inspired wings. It looks like a GP. It's not going to go like a MotoGP bike, but it certainly looks like one.
And oh my god, they use the tech-free livery on it as well. Oh yeah.
I like the standard orange, just blank. It just works because the wings are black. It really works, man.
I mean, it literally, like the tech-free we've said before, looks more factory than the factory team this year.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful.
Imagine it in last year's tech-free livery in purple.
Ooh, that'd be alright, but I kind of prefer orange, KTM and all that.
Yeah, well, Repsol under as well, but,
but Honda are red, so it's fine.
Big orange.
Yeah.
Not big red, yeah. No, I really want one, and... I'm probably never ever going to own one unless I get super lucky. Because even if you've got the money now, people probably ain't going to want to let him go.
Well, they get snapped up in 4 minutes,
So chances are, whoever's got one now is probably going to put it in a heated garage next to his Lamborghini, look at it 3 times a year, smile, and then hand it down to his son when he dies. It's just...
Instead of ragging it on a track,
Yeah, cause that's where it should be. That's where it belongs.
What you should do, right? You should get one, clone all the parts because you're rich and you can. Yeah. Clone it all, build a second one, and race the second cloned one and keep the other one in your carry.
Yeah, in theory, you could probably just race the Kramer and it'd feel near enough the same.
Yeah, that's true.
I bet it doesn't. I bet KTM changed it enough.
I reckon the way the engine feels. How many cylinders has it got?
I'm not 100%. I think it's a twin.
Is it? Oh, yeah. So maybe it's obviously going the twin market with the R7 and all that.
I think it's a twin. I think it's.
We'll see it in the Moto America Twins Cup next year.
Yeah. Oh no! Don't say that because someone will stack it and that'd be good.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a nice machine. But I want to move over a little bit towards Superbikes. You haven't watched it, so I'm going to have to carry you like mad, as always.
I was busy. I do have a life outside of this.
How? No, you do.
I have children,
Oh, yeah. That's mistakes.
Wow.
I mean...
if I could just push a button and freeze them on Sundays, that'd be ideal.
Yeah.
But I can't do that. And, we went to see some trains today, so that I didn't get to see MotoGP. We'll see.
Trains or racing? Trains or racing?
Yeah, well, trains won, but deal with it. Yeah,
well, it's not me missing out. It's not me missing out.
Well, I mean, I'll be totally honest and say I'm not that big a fan of World Superbikes anyway. So, like this is where you need a replacement just for this sector. Get someone else in.
Yeah,
like British Superbikes, anything Superbikey. I don't really give that much of a crap, to be honest.
You like the prototype?
Yeah, I'm a prototype boy. I am.
Yeah, everyone likes prototypes, but no one really cares. I say that no one really cares, but many don't really care as much as World Superbikes anyway. Like I watch it, don't get me wrong, and I enjoy it, and I follow the riders and stuff. But if it's a choice between Superbikes and MotoGP, mate, MotoGP is every day, hands down.
Yeah, it's like we said in the group chat earlier. It's like Dorna's side chick, isn't it?
Yeah,
Dorna's Dorna's step.
The one they go to when the wife's not in, you know.
Yeah, Dorna's ginger stepchild. That's what it is.
Don't talk about Joel like that. Only joking.
You said that, not me, so I'm safe there.
Sorry, Joel. Naranjito, you know.
No, good message you back. What are you talking about, like?
What are you chatting? But yeah, I mean, we had some good races, some drama, and Garrett Gerloff has been taken off of Top Rack Razgatlioglu's Christmas list this weekend, and probably most people in Yamahas, because he managed to start race 1 and race 2 in last, knocked Top Rack off T1 in turn 1 lap 1, got a ride-through penalty and stacked it after that.
Like Assen T1 does lend itself to incidents.
I mean, just ask Jorge Lorenzo, you know.
Yeah. So it's not a surprise, so to speak.
No.
Gerloff, I think he still needs to learn that you can't win a race in first corner, but you can lose it.
And he's definitely lost it.
Yeah, unfortunately. He'll come. It's just it's experience as well as brain.
It's just the thing with Gerloff is he's constantly doing it and he's not learning. I mean, look back to Magny Kors last year. He knocked both BMWs off turn 1. They just started first and second place. It was an amazing result, and Gerloff forced it under them first lap, bang, and then suddenly they're in the dirt. And you think he'd learn from that? No. But then he goes and puts a silly move against Johnny Ray and very nearly knocks him off. He's knocked off. I think there's plenty more riders I'm sure we can name. Now he's knocked off his fellow Yamaha rider.
Yeah, that's...
Gerloff is a solid rider. The performance he put in race 1 from P21 up to P6? Yep. Something like that in race 1 was absolutely sublime. He's got what it takes. Race 2, I think he finished 8th. From P19 because some riders didn't start, Folger and Mahias.
Yeah.
So he's got what it takes. He's fast, but then it's like he's that fast that he's desperate to prove it. That he makes dumbass moves like this, and like people who really respect and know him personally, who I speak to, they're like, why is he an idiot? Why is he doing this?
Why is he
mate,
such a dumbass? Yeah. I think it is. I think and. You're gonna laugh if you want, but do you remember back in did you ever watch Supercross in the mid to late 2000s?
I don't think I've ever watched a Supercross race in my life.
James Stewart was constantly getting injured, Bubba. And I think Gerloff's in the same boat of he's going faster than his brain can process at the moment.
Yeah.
Some people just almost have it done it. Like Marc Marquez, he's always ahead of the game almost. Because he's already processing the next thing that's going to happen before it happens.
He's 7 steps ahead of everyone else, And
I think Gerloff at the moment is going faster than he ever has in his life, and he's not adapted yet.
It's the hardest. It's the biggest challenge he's ever faced his entire career, and the fact that he's doing well at it makes him go, shit, I can do this. And then he goes, oh, I can do better than this, and then crashes or smashes into Top Rack.
Yeah, I've seen the move, and I don't think the move was on, but at the same time, I can see why he tried it. I
mean, you gotta be in it to win it. You gotta, if there's a gap, and you're gonna go for it. But you gotta be 110,000% sure that you're gonna make that gap. I
think it was on when he made the decision, but by the time he'd finished processing the actual decision, it was no longer on. But there was nothing he could do. I think it was one of those.
Whereas if you compare it to, say, a rider of Marc Marquez's caliber or even Jonathan Rea's caliber, Jonathan Rea goes, there's going to be a gap opening up here. There's going to be a gap. I'm ready for it. And if it's shot, I'll be ready for it.
Yeah.
Whereas Gerloff goes, okay, let's go into it. Oh, shit, gap. Let's go. Oh, shit. And then suddenly Top Rack's coming in. Oh, no. Crash.
Yeah, pretty much. I think Top Rack almost unexpectedly shut the door looking at I didn't watch it live, but I've seen videos of the incident. Like,
they gestured to each other, so...
Yeah, I think Top Rack shut the door a little bit sooner than you perhaps normally would.
Yeah.
And I think that was to do with hearing Gerloff coming up the inside of him. But I also think he thought Gerloff was further back than he actually was.
Yeah, because, I mean, Top Rack had lost the title lead and was, at that point, 12 points behind Rea, Suddenly he had the race lead. He was like, right, probably thought it was Rea, He's like, I cannot let Rea get past. I cannot let him get past. And, when you are a pro rider in these top situations, when you're racing against your competitors, you learn to understand them, you learn to trust them, you learn to know what these things are doing subconsciously.
That's it.
And so I think Top Rack probably thought it was Rea and was like, well, I know Rea quite well. If I shut the door here, Rea is going to back off, not realising it wasn't Rea, it was actually Gerloff, who came from, I think, like 8th to 2nd in T1. You're not going to expect that. And so Top Rack probably made the call, it's Rea, he'll know what to do if I slam the door. Slam the door to be defensive and got caught out by it.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't think it's all Gerloff, but Gerloff certainly was the catalyst, and the bulk of the blame does need to be placed at his toe.
It's like 80-20, I would say.
Yeah, like Top Rack. I think Top Rack had every right to shut the door, don't get me wrong, I'm not 100%. Saying he didn't. But I don't. If he had known it was Gerloff coming steaming through at the speed he was, he would not have shut the door for me.
Yeah, no, I don't think. I think he would have just gone right.
Even if Gerloff was properly online, I think he would have let Gerloff through. Just because reputation alone.
Yeah, because of what he's done previously. If you can't trust a rider, just let them go through. Yeah. Because Top Rack's quick. Top Rack knows damn well that he'll let Gerloff through, and 2-3 corners later, Top Rack will be straight under it. As they. With Aston, obviously, it's right, and then they hit a left.
That's it.
And that left, where it kind of curls back in on itself, I think it's there's 1, 2, 3, I think it's 4, turn 4. Yeah. Well, it's basically the first right.
First left, yeah.
So it goes right, left, sorry. It's the first left turn. There's a massive overtaking spot. Top Rack has made so many overtakes over the weekend there. Top Rack will have known, Gerloff can come past me here, I'll get him there. But... Yeah.
I just think Gerloff needs to... I think it's a case of Gerloff needs to rein in 5% to go 10% quicker.
Yeah, I mean, you've actually said that in previous podcasts, so...
Yeah, it's going slower to go quicker. It's stupid, but it works sometimes, and I think Gerloff is a prime example. Like, some riders going slower would just be, they'd be fucked. But Gerloff, it just needs to almost blunt that edge, because then you can resharpen the edge even better. Going forward.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, Gerloff's quick. We know this, but he just needs.
Yeah,
sort it out, mate. Yeah, calm down, bro.
He's not gonna be. He's like, after this weekend, the Petronas seat is a lot further away.
Well, he's already he's signed to stay with World Superbikes anyway, hasn't he?
But does he not have a clause that states
there is? Yeah, there is a clause that says that if he receives a MotoGP offer, he's free to talk about it.
And if Yamaha say we won you in MotoGP, the World Superbike side will just be like, yes sir, of course. When would you like him?
Jump how high?
Yeah,
but because he signed his contract not with his team but with Yamaha Motor Europe. So effectively, if Yamaha Motor Europe go, right, let's get you in the MotoGP seat, that's it. He has no choice. The same with Marco Melandri when he raced for Aprilia. They were like, right, we'll put you in MotoGP, and he had no choice but to race for the MotoGP.
Yeah, you could tell he didn't want to be there, whereas I think Gerloff would.
Yeah, Gerloff would give his left hand.
Gerloff is not even in the factory Yamaha team.
And he's
GRT,
well.
Yeah, and GRT, but my point there is GRT have even less pull than the Pata team.
Exactly,
if a MotoGP seat comes along and they say to GRT, do you want to keep the bikes next year? Yeah, of course we do. Right, well, Gerloff's coming with us then.
Yeah, he's coming with us, boys. He's coming with us.
because it's a harsh world, but that's how it is.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of Yamaha riders, I'm mad impressed by Andrea Locatelli today, you know. I mean, like, he's been doing well all season long, you know. He's had a multiple, I think most of the races he's finished in the top 10. He's just been edging closer and closer and closer, and then, bloody hell, mate, that's super, what was it, super pole, that's it, super pole race, where he and Toprak were penalised for literally millimetres of tarmac.
Yep.
It's just bonkers, mate.
It's harsh, but, like, that's the rules, unfortunately. And, like, it was very marginal, but they did both go on the green.
They did, but then it's a point of, like...
And you say that, it's harsh, but Moto3 was exactly the same. Darren Binder lost positions for going off, just touching the green on the final corner.
It's like, but the thing is, like, where does this stop? Because they didn't gain an advantage. They didn't do anything. They cut, literally, like, we're on the edge rim of the tarmac.
Yeah.
On touching the green, and suddenly, bang. It's literally a case of millimetres.
It is, but the problem is they knew about the millimetres beforehand. They knew about the punishment beforehand. It's not like the race direction just sprung it on them. Like,
no, but I think
it's harsh. It is very harsh because they didn't gain an advantage. But the rule has been there going into the weekend, and they knew about it.
I think when you're rattling towards the line on your first podium,
on
the line, I think, but it did mean that basically Locatelli was pushed out of Parc Fermé and was forced to concede with 4th place. And I'm so happy he got that podium in race 2 and got to race 2 and got to step on the podium instead of, you know, the little shitty Parc Fermé Super Pole podium. You know, he got to stand actually on the podium and take the actual silverware. You know, that was
it's been coming. Like, we know he's a class even since his Moto2 and Moto3 days. Like, he's always had something. He just never consistently had it in the MotoGP.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's like been there about, like, in Moto3 when he raced for Grassini, he was good, but his teammate Bastianini, I can't get my words out, was better. When he raced for Leopard, he was good, but his teammates Fabio Quartararo and Mir, was it Mir? I think it was Mir. Yeah, that's it. Fabio and Mir were better, you know. And then he goes to Isoltrans, his teammate Bassini was better.
Yeah, like, he's unfortunately. Like, he was getting the hang of Moto2 towards the very end, but he got the hang of it when he already knew he was out. Like, I think another year in Moto2, we would still be seeing him now.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, I do think this has been the best thing for his career. Going into Supersport, revitalising himself and going, yeah, actually, I can win races, and I'm pretty damn good rider.
Yeah.
And then goes to Superbikes on the factory team, which everyone was like, what the hell? Even I was like, what the hell? That's a stupid move. And then he's come in and he's got his podium. And it's mad to think that he and Toprak were born on the exact same day and date, October 16th, 1996. Both of them were born.
And who won? Who was born first?
I don't know.
I was born at 3 a.m. Unlucky kid.
Imagine if they're born at the exact same time as well. That'd be weird.
That'd be creepy. That would be the simulation just fucking with us, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but it is strange, like, because obviously Toprak has been in World Superbikes for a few years now, whereas Locatelli's a rookie. It's weird to see how the differences their careers have gone, given that they both raced a Moto3 bike at one stage in their careers.
Yeah, that's it. And it's nice to see Locker getting up there. I was speaking to someone from Yamaha where he was on the track day at Donington. Jason O'Halloran was coaching him, and apparently some guy come up to him, didn't know who he was, and asked him, did he have any idea what the flags meant? And I was and like, when he was telling me, I was thinking, so some guy who didn't know who Locker was come up to him and asked him, do you know what the flags meant, when he's a Supersport world champion?
A world Supersport champion.
Yeah, I think he probably knows what a yellow flag means, yes.
Do you know what Locatelli turned around and said, or?
I haven't got a clue. I don't even know if he did. But like, when I was told that, I was just like, wow.
I would kill to be a fly on the wall in that.
that's track days for you, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, you do see these pro riders go on track days with guys, and you've got to think, like, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know. What do these other people think, you know?
Well, I gotta be honest, if like Locker flew past me when I was on a track day, I'd just look at my throttle and think it's broken.
You're like, what the hell's going on?
I'm a full chat, how's he come past me? Oh my god, why did he break? Oh my god, oh my god, he got round.
Well, you just gotta follow the advice which Fred, I can't remember his surname, Fred said on BSB earlier. Fred from, what is it? What's that program where they do the dates at the hotels or whatever?
Oh, First Dates.
Oh, that's it, First Dates, yeah. Fred from that at the BSB. And they were on the interview and they were like, I've been giving Taryn some tips. And they're like, oh, go on, give us a tip. Give us a tip. And he was like, well, you just got to do that and twist it his throttle with his hand. Yeah. So you just do that, Jacob. No, he isn't wrong. So just do that, Jacob. When Locatelli's trying to overtake you, just open that throttle a bit more and, mate, you'll be world champion in no time.
Like, he missed an opportunity there. Give us a tip. Never eat yellow snow.
Wow, that's a dad joke, mate. But you are a dad, so fair enough.
Never trust a man in a wheelchair with dirty shoes.
What the hell?
That's a tip for you.
Great, thanks for that. Appreciate that.
But yeah, it's about time we know he's quality. It's a big step up from SSP to World Superbikes because
massive.
They are very advanced machines. They're not MotoGP level, but they're not exactly production bikes either, are they?
I wouldn't want to ride one. Let's just say that. I would not want to. I'd ride a 1000, but there's no way you put me on a World Superbike spec one. Jesus.
Yeah, electronics alone.
Yeah, I mean, stay away from BSB as well with no electronics. No, thank you.
Yeah. So, the World Superbikes are so advanced. They're at the peak of production bikes.
You're not getting any higher.
Yeah, because they are World Superbikes. They are the pinnacle of production racers. And it takes a while to get your head round.
It does. I mean, he's done really well, given he's only a rookie as well, and Bassani as well. He's doing class.
Yeah,
Bassani. He's only 21. He's now 22.
Yeah,
but he's 22 years old, mate.
Linked with the factory Ducati seat.
Yeah, I don't know where the hell that rumour's come from, but I can't see that happening, mate. Because I can see Redding staying, I can see Ronaldo's the poster boy these days.
Oh, yeah, but the fact that he's being linked just shows how well he's doing.
Maybe they'll run a third bike like they did for Ronaldo years ago.
Yeah, this is totally not a factory Aruba Ducati. No. Why does it look the same?
Yeah.
It don't look the same. It's got different coloured wheels.
Just play dumb. He's got white wheels on it. It's fine.
Yeah, it's not a factory bike, honestly.
No.
It's just that they've already doing that now with Chaz, isn't they?
Yeah, they are. I mean, Chaz did well, P4, race 2, did really well.
Representing Wales.
Yeah, screw Wales.
No, but I mean, technically he's Hereford, so it's disputed, but he flies the Welsh flag, so he'd take it.
What's that word you told me the other week that I've forgotten? Tatty or something?
What?
What was the word you got called on...
Oh, taffy.
Was it tatty?
Taffy. T-A-F-F.
Taffy, that's it. Bloody taffies, you lot.
Do you know that technically could be classed as a racial slur and you could get arrested?
Really?
I think so, yeah.
Are you mad?
Yeah, genuinely.
I'm going to Google that.
Yeah, it's classified as a racial slur.
Nah, you're having me on.
Google it.
It's a type of candy.
Yeah, it's not that. I'm definitely not a type of candy.
Jacob, you Mars bar.
Type in taffy slur.
Other are available. Just want to add that on.
Yeah, type in taffy slur.
Taffy, I'll just put Urban Dictionary in. An acronym. Oh, God, I'm not going to read that one out. I'm not going to read that one out either. Just a Welshman, mate.
But it's yeah.
I mean, something that's really cool and awesome. Oh, that's definitely not you then. Bloody hell. I may go derogatory term from someone from Wales.
That's it. See?
Oh, it's a racial slur, but it's also a blooming river. So
no, the River Taff, not the River Taffy.
Taffy was a thief. Well, I'm Scouse, so I really can't say much. All right, la. Yeah. But yeah, we've just gone way off track.
No, but yeah, Chaz represented well. About time and all. He's been unfortunate, but also a lot of unforced errors this year.
He's been knocked off quite a lot, hasn't he?
No, top independent,
a lot as well.
But I say independent in inverted commas because it's definitely a factory bike.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But if anybody from Dorna's listening, it's not a factory bike, I swear.
No. Yeah, Dorna, just so you know, it's not a factory bike, right?
Yeah, it's definitely not a factory bike.
Yeah. It's absolutely not. But
yeah, it's a CIV spec bike.
So, yeah, CIV spec super bike. Nothing to do with that. Well, actually, Jacob, I've got some naughty stuff to talk to you about.
Oh God.
Some like I got some rumors, mate.
Oh, okay, that's fine. And when you say naughty stuff, like I genuinely might have puked. So.
Now, mate, I've been given some rumors, right? You know these rumors that we always talk about that we can't talk on the pod, right? So you got to keep it secret, right? Just between you and me, right? So I've got some like mad rumors, right?
Go on, hit me.
I've been told, right? Carol Abraham, factory Yamaha. Yeah. Right, shh, don't tell anyone that, right? And then
Lord
Scott
Carroll.
Ogden, mate. Scott Ogden is going to Petronas Yamaha. Keep that quiet as well. And then the biggest one, mate. Maverick Vinales is going to the Rebel Rookies next year, right?
Maverick Vinales is going to Ahsoka, are you?
Oh, really? No, I think Rebel Rookies is where Vinales is going to. So keep that only between you and me, right?
Going off topic slightly. So everybody needs to go and look at the photo he uploaded with his wife and their kid.
Wait, which one? Vinales?
Yeah. They look identical.
Wait, his kid or his wife?
His wife. Maverick and his wife look identical. You know, like we laughed at Gabby Rodrigo because he looks like his girlfriend?
Oh my God, they do a bit. Jeez. Like, yeah, but the thing is, and his kid just looks so grumpy, like, oh, fuck you.
Yeah, I wonder where he gets that from.
Yeah. But you got Maverick Vinales for a dad, you're going to be a grumpy bastard.
Honest to God, look at them. Like,
they are like a two peas in a pod, mate.
Yeah, I'm starting to think they're like, long lost siblings or something from a different dad. Like,
well, apparently, did you know that your soulmate actually does meant to look like you a little bit? That was great English. Apparently, your soulmate does look like you a little bit. So,
well, that would explain why nobody looks like me. I'm alone.
That's true. well, it's all right. You could be like Dani Holgado and his sister.
Oh my God, don't don't suggest what I know you're going to suggest.
Let's just say they're
very close.
They're very, very close, mate. It's just a bit suspect. I kind of fell upon her Instagram earlier.
All right, yeah.
Mate, that is suspect, some of the stuff she posts to me.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't looking for Elgato's sister, says Derek.
No, well, I don't know how old she is, so we can't be like... I think she's probably older than him, so...
She's definitely not as old as me, I can tell you that.
There's a video she posted, like, with him, and he's... Yeah, it's suspect. And I was like, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah, I don't know, they're close.
Yeah.
They're very close, and let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, some sibling love, some sweet old Emma
yeah.
Family love going on there, you know?
Yeah, so... Yeah, sorry, Dani, but yeah, it's weird, mate.
It's a bit weird, mate. I mean, it might be... I mean, they're quite friendly with each other in Spain, though. It might be a Spanish thing with Marc Marquez snogging Alex on the lips. I
mean... Yeah, Mark just giving Alex a good smack on the bum like, hey, what's up, bro?
Well, do you remember that, though, when Mark literally snogged Alex?
I do not. Like...
Wait, what?
No, what?
You don't?
Are you sure this ain't just part of your fantasy sequence now?
Mate, no. I'm going to send you the photo whilst you're on the chat, right? Mark, it's going to be a weird Google search. Mark, Alex Marquez kiss. There we go, mate. Right, I'm going to send you this.
All right.
Right, if I pray you as well, anybody listening who is intrigued, just search it on Google. Mark, right, Alex Marquez.
I've got it up my phone in my hand. Do it.
Right, there you go.
Downloading photo. No photo. Amazing.
What?
I hate Facebook Messenger.
There you go. You should.
What the hell is that?
That's real, mate. That is real. I can't believe you've never seen that. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming that was before COVID.
Yeah, that was only won his 7th title.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Wow.
I think it's just a Spanish thing, but oh my god,
yeah,
dude.
that's a bit of Latin passion there. That is.
For brother, like
that's brotherly love right there.
Can't believe you've never seen that.
Well, funny enough, I don't search for dudes kissing.
Mate, it was like everywhere, mate. Like, oh my god, it was like because they've kissed each other on the cheeks and stuff, which is what you do, you know.
Yeah, that's
like
that's normal Spanish.
And there's Mark and his girlfriend. But that's making out with your brother, mate.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, so anybody who is intrigued, just go on Google, just type in Alex Marquez.
And then
it's the fourth one down.
And then go back on Google and Google how to unsee something.
Yeah, you might want to do that. I mean, some people might like it, but it's just a bit.
It's a bit weird, isn't it? Like, it's like, it's nice they're close and all, but yeah, it's a bit weird.
It's close, and then there's snogging your brother on the lips.
I mean, as long as there's no tongue, I think it might be okay.
Can you imagine first? This has gone terrible.
Ooh, tug me, Alex. Ooh.
This is too far.
But yeah, like that's a weird ass picture.
Yeah,
like people will claim Photoshop.
But that is legit.
Well,
unfortunately,
I don't know where to go from here. That's
I'm gonna hide my things in front of that. Discord is now in front of it because I don't want to see that.
I'm gonna send you the perfect image reaction back.
God, what is this? This is like shit for people listening because they don't know what we're seeing. But
can you put them on the thingy?
Nah, that's effort, mate. I could do it, but I really can't be arsed. Honestly, like I'd rather just.
I think you maybe need to put that image up when we mention it.
I might put it on my stories on Instagram. So follow me on Instagram.
Yeah,
and you might. It's Homer Simpson washing his eyes out with bleach. For anybody realizing.
Yeah, that's wow. I'd never seen that, and wow, just.
Yeah.
Why did you have to mention Argado and his sister? Because now I've seen that.
I don't know. I mean, going on to the CEV. There you go. It's a perfect cut through. Dani bloody Munoz won. What the hell?
Yeah. And Bailey.
Yeah.
I mean, Mario actually crashed that it wasn't his fault, so
that makes a change. I mean,
yeah.
At the end of the day, ask Joel Kelso about it being fairly. Did you see the elbows?
Oh yeah,
mate,
that was fair. That's just normal.
Yeah, but that's just Munoz.
Yeah, unfortunately, Kelso. He's. I messaged just before we started filming this, and he said he ran out of rear tire where he did his charge through the pack.
Big shame because he literally he started 15th, had to do just one long lap penalty.
Yeah, just the one.
Yeah, he only started riding his bike training last Monday, and he bloody led the race at one point after a long lap penalty. I was like, what the hell, dude?
Yeah, he's ready, isn't he, to move up?
Mate, that race win last weekend, and then the World Championship debuts, like we discussed on the podcast with him last week. If you haven't heard it, go back and listen.
Yes,
that's fired him up. Mate, that's fired him up into like a stratosphere at this point.
Yeah. Like the three riders who I chat to quite a lot, they all scored points today in Moto 3, which I'm very happy with. So big shout out.
Zonta did well, didn't he?
Very well, qualified 8th. You can see that like his bike just doesn't have the push on the straights. He was able to stay in the slipstream but not pass. I think if he'd had a bike capable of passing on the straights, he could easily have been top 5. But if Granny had plums, she'd be grandpa, wouldn't she? You know?
Yeah, and it means as well, Scott Ogden scoring points today means he's one of 3 riders to score points in every race this year. Yep,
15 for a solid point. Like after his poor qualifying, let's be honest.
22nd he's qualified.
Yeah.
15th. That's solid. That's solid, mate.
You know, honestly, that's you can't argue. He improved. He got in the points. The Moto 3 field is a quality field. But yeah, I have to say, I was very, very impressed with a lot of riders down that field.
Me too. I mean, I've got to say though, the World Championship better be worried for 2022 because Munoz is coming.
Yeah,
and he takes no shit, mate. Yeah. Like I put a thing on the story about Alcoba, and I was like, if you think Alcoba is dangerous and is not dangerous, I said aggressive.
Yeah.
I said if you think Alcoba is aggressive, just wait for Munoz. And then Alcoba replies and goes, "Me aggressive?" I was like, "Oh shit, here we go."
Yeah, like if McPhee's crying about Alcoba, imagine what he's going to do with Munoz. Well, I mean, he won't be in the championship.
He won't be there, but
yeah. But if imagine what he would do with Munoz if he cried about Alcoba.
Oh, mate, because Munoz,
Both
some riders take their time to adapt to like the World Championship because it is a bit more aggressive. Munoz was like adapted 2 years ago to the World Championship, and he's bloody ready to go in and freaking beat people up, mate.
They're both the Cardozo boys, not related, but both Munozes, just to really confuse issues.
Yeah.
It's they like to let you know they're there, shall we say?
Yeah. A bit more than the other. David Munoz being a bit more than the other.
Yeah, Dani unfortunately didn't race today. He crashed and hurt himself.
Yeah, and your boy Furman, 8 out of 8 now. What a recovery.
Yeah, can't help but feel it would have been 9 out of 9, but for the unfortunate incident in EDC. But to claw back a 2.5 second lead on Lopez, that's a champion's ride.
To put 7 tenths ahead of him as well.
That's a champion's ride. Like you could see, Lopez was satisfied with second, but thinking, "What could I do to beat this guy?"
He was pissed, mate. You could see.
Yeah,
like when he pulled into part Fermi, he was like, what the hell?
Yeah, he was probably thinking second once again.
Yeah, like, oh shit.
Yeah, in the Moto2 as well. Before we go any further, I want to shout out Alex Escrigue, summing up the stock 600 class for Hector Faubel's team.
Yeah, with 100% win record as well.
Yeah, the last rider to win the stock 600 last year, only Aldeguer.
Oh yeah, with which team again? Sorry?
With Faubel's team, I think. Yeah.
Right, okay.
So it proves that's a good stepping stone. And it might be a space available. Well, 2 spaces available at Chiatti, shall we say?
Yeah.
For next year, they would be silly not to put a Escrigue on a Moto2 bike for me. He's showing exactly the same as Furman is.
Well, Escrigue's got the he's already got the links to Faubel. Faubel's got the links to Boscoscuro, so I can't see why they wouldn't put him in there.
Yeah, at least one of the seats, you know. Would like to see a bit more British interest in the CEV and maybe on the second seat, but...
Well, there's 2 British riders, aka Mason Law and Charlie Nesbitt, doing really well in the GP2 Championship at the moment.
Yep.
Charlie very nearly, he qualified in 2nd place overall. He nearly got pole outright, beating every rider, including the Supersport, you know.
Yeah.
So Charlie's doing well. Mason Law's doing well. You know, he's already a champion. He's he's got the CV to back it up in multiple championships in BSB.
Yep.
Mason would be a shout as well. His age would play against him. Charlie's is still a lot younger. You know, he knows Lopez as well. You know, he knows the championship because he's raced there before. You know, so
yeah, there's a lot going for him there, I feel.
Yeah, there's a lot, and I mean, pair of solid riders. Another rider, brake rider. Who's British? Sam Wilford's P6 again today.
Yeah, I was just getting on to Wilford. You know, 6. Yeah. That's 3 6 in a row now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he's improving every single round.
Yeah, I mean, it won't be long before he's knocking on the door of a podium. You know, if riders like Tiger Harder could get wild cards and replacement rides, like Javi Cardelus can, he's at their level now.
Yeah, but Cardelus has got multi-millions behind him. Don't forget.
Yeah, but what I mean is, like. Cardelus for all the money in the world is still not a poor rider. He's still a fairly good Moto2 rider.
In the Chev.
And Wilford is now at that level with time on his side.
The thing with the Chev at the moment is, it's like, all right, who's finishing 3rd? Because the other 2, the Chiatti boys, they just gap everybody. Like, every session, they're like a second ahead of 3rd place, or 8 tenths, 5 tenths ahead of 3rd place, because they just have some... I don't even know how they do it.
Well, they're just a cut above CV level, isn't they? It's
that simple. They're clearly World Championship riders, just not in the World Championship. You know, it's like taking Marc Marquez and putting him in World Superbikes, you know?
Yeah, literally is it. Like, Furman is a World Championship podium man in waiting. Lopez has proven he can do it in Moto3.
Yeah.
Like, they are clearly a cut above. And they won't be there for long.
No, because there was talk that Aldeguer had already signed for the World Championship next year, but it seems that's not the case.
Yes.
And the doors have swung back open again, so maybe someone's put some money in there. Maybe Mr. Io's had a sniff around, you know. So.
Yes, Firmin is... he's going to have his pick, that's the thing. He's going to have multiple offers, let's make no mistake. Yeah. Maybe not every one of them will be exactly where he wants to be, but one of them will be.
What a position to be in at 16 years old.
Yeah,
you have to choose from whatever team you want in Moto2.
Yeah, the world's at his feet now.
Yeah, and the thing is, he's only going to get better. He's only 16. He has, 15 years to get better, you know?
Yeah, it's terrifying, you know?
It's absolutely petrifying. That's the thing, though. They're getting younger and younger each year, which is great. But then when you go back to tragedies such as the one we had today, it's why? There are...
Izan Guevara was 14 in the ETC. Firmin himself was 14 in the Talent Cup. You know, it's... Yeah. I don't disagree with it. Because if you're good enough, you're good enough.
If you're good enough, you're good enough. Yeah, I agree.
Age shouldn't matter. It depends on how you're raised, because if you've already got 10 years experience behind you at 14, you're gonna know how to ride a bike. It's not like you're throwing a complete rookie teenager with 2 years under his belt on a bike, is it?
No.
And the majority of these kids start riding at 3-4 years old. They've already got so much behind them by the time they're teenagers, ready to step onto the Talent Cup bike, that I don't hear this complaining about they're too young when there's no tragedy, put it that way.
Yeah, no, you're very, very good point. I mean, it's a tricky one, because when they are at, say, the age of 14, they're not old enough to, fully understand the risks of what they're doing. And they're pretty much, I don't want to disrespect anyone, but they're pretty much living out their parents' dreams at that point. Of course, they'll have dreams to race MotoGP and all that, but you cannot fully understand the risks of what you're doing at that age. But you put that incredibly well. We're all, myself included, will happily sit here till the cows come home. If a 14-year-old kid hops on the podium in the Chev, like Quattararo did, I'll be singing his praise for days. But, and then the rider passes away and you're like, damn, they're too young,
Yeah, it is really sad that he was 14 and passed away, but he put more into it. He had more experiences in those years than a lot of people do in their lifetime. So
but
it's a shame. But I personally speaking, I would much rather go that way than be 70 odd having achieved jack all in my life in a hospital bed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but 14 is no age to die, man.
But they know the risks, unfortunately. You do know to a point. You do. Obviously, you don't fully get it at 14.
You're not going to be fully aware of actually, I'll never get married, I'll never have a kid.
Yeah. But at the same time, you know when you go on that track, you could get hurt. Every time. That's what the good riders do, is they put it out of their brain. Even now, riders in MotoGP, they know in the back of their head that every time they go out on track, that could be the last.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to put it behind you. And when you've been riding for 10 years and you're still only 14, 15, you get good at doing that.
Because you'll when you have been riding for 10 years, you will have been injured at points. You will have been hurt. You will have done this and gone, should I carry on? And lots of riders get injured, break their arm and go, nah, not for me.
Yeah, that's it.
But then riders will break their arm and go, yeah, right, next time, let's go. When am I back on the bike? And that is fair, but it's a tricky one, man. It's a tricky one.
It's at the end of the day, when you're that age, you think you're invincible, innit? You think you jump off a building and survive, and
you do.
The way they do it is superhuman. He was, Millan was at the front. He was a very, very good rider. He was a rider at the front of he was second in the championship and third in the race at the time of the incident. He was going very quickly at the front of a very talented field.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there's nothing you could do. And I won't describe the incident, but it just shows you actually how precious life is. Because honestly, like, if you had changed one tiny thing by 2 seconds...
Yeah, literally a split-second decision.
A split second of that, and it would be completely fine. You know, it just shows how precious life is, you know, and it's sad to see, and it is terrible to see another rider lose their life. You know, we've still got Brad Jones fighting for his in hospital at the moment, and, you know, we've lost Jason Dupasquier already this year, and you're like...
Yeah, one thing I did want to mention, did want to make a point of mentioning is I will have to slightly describe the incident for this, in that Millan was hit by another rider. I hope Oleg Pavlicek is okay himself.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's easy to be devastated about the passing of a rider, but spare a thought and maybe send a message to Pavlicek, who was the one who actually hit Millan completely innocently, you know, didn't see him. He must be feeling rotten right now.
Well, the stuff you go through, like, the emotions you go through after that, mate.
Yeah.
Like, 15 years old, he's only 15.
Yeah, like, Sasaki very nearly didn't deal with it with Dupasquier, you know, and Sasaki is a lot older and a lot more experienced. I think it's worth pointing out that he could be in a very bad place right now, and needs a lot of support.
Yeah, it's a lot for a 15-year-old kid to go through at the end of the day. So
and knowing it was completely out of your hands, I think it'd make it worse.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's in Spain, isn't it? Because I remember Jason Dupasquier had to be criminally investigated. But I don't know about it in Spain. Basically, Jason Dupasquier had to be criminally investigated as a murder. But obviously it wasn't a murder, and obviously everything was dropped and all that. But when someone dies like that in Italy, it has to go under that like weird thing of being a murder until you can prove otherwise, you know. But so hopefully it's not going that way in Spain. I don't know how it works in Spain, but but I don't want to end this on a negative moment.
Well, actually, I did want to discuss the race itself of the ETC, because it was a corker.
I don't really watch them. I
love the ETC. I think it's excellent. Go on.
It started, and I was like, right, I'm going for a shower.
I watched it, and there was a good battle at the front. You know, like typical Moto3 production bikes. Zabi Shiratuza, who's leading the championship, he is tiny. One thing that made me giggle was, you know, his tail unit. You know, like the little seat hump people put on it to switch yourself forward?
Yeah.
His was about the thickness of his thigh.
Jeez.
He's so small. It's so funny when you actually look at it.
How old is he?
He's like 14, 15. He's just small.
Isn't he a rookie? Is he the rookie?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, rookie leading the title at the minute as well. Number 85 on the.
I was going to say 85. Yeah,
on the Kuna bike. And they showed in the garage, like in between the break when they red flagged it for Milan. He was stood next to Cruces, and Cruces is not a tall guy, and Cruces is a head taller than him.
Jeez.
Cruces himself, very good win.
Yeah.
He is an absolute demon on the brakes.
He's a quick kid, that kid. He is quick. I can see him pushing his way through to Moto3 in the future, honestly.
Yeah, in the very near future for me.
Yeah, well, he's 14 now. I think he's been in the ETC 3 seasons now. This is his 3rd year, so
yeah, he's about
he'll be pushing his way up.
Like I thought Carpe and Ferrandez would be the ones to watch in the ETC, and they're thereabouts, but the Kuna boys this season have stepped it up a level.
And it's all about Mr. Brian Uriarte as well, mate. That kid is sick.
Yeah, he's a
rookie as well.
He put in some tough moves today.
He's I honestly, like, I've spoken about him on the pod before. That kid is flipping fast, mate.
He's going places.
He is unbelievable. Like, I have never seen a kid that quick. You know, he smashed his way through the Ovale Cup years ago. Then he's gone to the Moto4, won it with the Munlau squad. Then he's come into the ETC as a rookie, and he's smashing it again. You know, that kid has got one hell of a career ahead of him.
Yeah, him and Suratuza and Maxi Martinez as well. Those three.
Yeah,
they look very good.
Who was that kid who qualified in third? The Finnish kid for the Mondial squad. I can't remember his name.
Oh, something like that. Begins with S. I don't know much.
Yeah, because they said he was like 5 stone. He's got like 15 kilograms of weight in his bike or something stupid like that.
Yeah, that's right. And he, off the first race, he ripped the whole shot just because he just shot off like a scalded cat.
He was tiny. Like his slider was touching his boot on his. He was that small.
Yeah, he's tiny. But I think Piqueras is going to be the Mondial boy to go up, not Uriarte.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, because Piqueras tested the Moto 3 at Aragon a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I got confused with the Kuno del Campos. Yeah, Uriarte, he'll do another year, I think.
Yeah, because Moreira won't stay with Monlau.
No, he's heavily now. Like we've spoken about it again for months on the podcast, but now he is being heavily rumoured to go to IO now.
Yeah, it's pretty much is, isn't he? Just we got everything but confirmation. Let's be real.
Pretty much everything but the contract. Like.
Yeah, everything but the girl. Like.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to open a space up in Monlau. So Piqueras will go up, and then the conveyor belt will continue.
His teammate, who's his teammate again?
Rueda.
Moreira's teammate. He was pole, wasn't he?
And
he's quick.
Probably should have won, honestly.
Yeah, he was up there. You know, and Tola was up there as well.
Yeah, Rueda, I think you'll see this as an opportunity missed, honestly. Because he was quick all the way through the weekend. He got pole. He was in control. I think Olgario actually messed up his plan. Because he was apparently super quick on used tyres this weekend, Rueda. So he just wanted to keep his tyres for the blast of the line by leading. And then Olgado just says, no, I'm not having that, and leads.
No, thank you. Olgado dropped a bit, didn't he? He had some nice boots on, though, so...
And Ortola, I think, is a very, very good rider. We'll see him in the World Championship very soon.
Oh, yeah. He's obviously loaned from Aspar as well, so he could go into the
those boots
Aspar
nice.
team next year. Yeah, they are nice, aren't they? He could go into the Aspar team next year. Because obviously we keep saying Ogden, but we keep forgetting that Ortola he's only a rookie, remember, in the Chev, but he's an Aspar rider on loan to the MTA team. So
that's it. I think, unfortunately though, he's less polished than Ogden. Well, not unfortunately, because I want to see Ogden go up, but he's not as polished as Ogden is at the moment.
No,
he's fast. Like, he is very fast, but he likes a crash at a minute. So
isn't he second in the championship though?
No, shouldn't be.
I think he is.
No. What's his name is? But it's not him. Well, he might be now actually, but he wasn't. He wasn't going into the weekend.
I'm checking it.
He likes it. Like he's crashed out of 3 races this season, I want to say.
Guess what, Jacob? You are wrong.
Is he leading now? Second now, is he?
Well, actually, no. Going into the race weekend, because they haven't updated it for Aragon, he was tied with Munoz on 64 points. Now, obviously, Munoz will jump him, but he'll now be third of the championship. But bloody hell, Olgado has more than double the points of everyone else.
Yeah.
He should be champion.
He could have sewn it up this weekend, I believe, if it all went well.
Yeah, he could have actually, because now he's got 5 races. Yeah.
Like, it's just a matter of if, not when.
Yeah.
Not when or if even, sorry. Because he's got, what is it, like, he's got over 100 points now, isn't he?
No, he's got 133. Everyone else, before the weekend.
Yeah.
Everyone else had 64. So, But it's interesting.
But he's obviously not going to stay with Aspar from what we gather.
Yes, but we can't talk about that.
Well, we can say that, but we can't say where he's going to go.
We can allude to the fact that there have been rumours that he might be, or may not, possibly, maybe, potentially leaving Aspar.
Yes, which are fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's a bit of a weird one if what happens, but
yes, definitely. But money maybe.
Well, I don't know, because I'm hearing rumours every day, so it's hard to work out who to trust. But we know some things. So, but we can't talk about it, man. It does me head in.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, it's we're told stuff in confidence, and we have to keep it that way.
Yeah. I mean, oh mate, it's like the Chev Meta 2
Imagine if we could just right now just cut this pod entirely, start again with everything we know is going to happen.
Yeah.
That would.
Yeah.
That would slap, but. Yeah.
Well, it's like, I don't know if we can talk about the rider that was meant to do the Chev this weekend. Moto 2 class.
Do it.
No, I can't, mate.
Well, all right. Mention who it was, but don't mention why.
Nah, because well, let's just say there is a rider from the American side of the world that was meant to do the Chev this weekend, but couldn't. So yes.
Yes, and
we're not saying who it is, but you can guess, all right?
Yes, yeah, he was. He should have been in Aragon, and I'm quite disappointed.
Yeah, I'm sad, but I'm angry, I'm disappointed, but it'll happen, mate. I'm sure it'll happen in the future. And deserves it.
Yeah, it's a really weird one as to why he was not there.
Not there. Yeah, it is a strange one, but we'll leave you on that note, and we'll keep you guessing on that one. You can obviously work out your own things. We haven't made it too difficult for you, so I hope you've enjoyed listening, and obviously we'll be back in next weekend, potentially with a guest. We will we'll see if we can work out the logistics on that one.
Yeah.
Obviously, Brad Jones, will obviously remain in our thoughts, and we're hoping for some good news from him. And obviously Hugo Millan as well. God rest your soul and rest in peace. But yeah, we sign up from this podcast today, and we're back next weekend.
Yep. Just been I've not enjoyed this weekend.
Nope.
So just tonight, tomorrow, obviously, but you'll listen to it today. Just take 5 and think about what you do, because it can always go. Like, next
just
time.
Cuddle your closest.
I was thinking more along the lines of, we've mentioned it previously, of people who just spew bile online about riders that they might not like. Just stop and think. Maybe tomorrow that rider may not be there to be in the firing line. Stop and think that maybe this isn't the best tactic.
Just respect all riders.
Yeah,
that's all we ask.
Yeah, respect all riders. It could all end very quickly.
Yes, it could. But yeah, like I said, we'll be back next weekend. We hope you've enjoyed listening to this podcast. Goodbye.
Thanks, guys.